Good afternoon, and welcome to a Blind Prime action figure action news Haslab Hasbro update. Yes, I told you earlier today that whenever I got enough information and I became very knowledgeable on the subject of this current Haslab, I was going to make another video. What you saw earlier today was my first impressions, my not really understanding what was going on. Those were just my thoughts and feelings at the time immediately after hearing the news. Then I went ahead and did Gelatinous Cube, and I've spent the day doing other things. Now I'm coming back to you after having looked at the website and determined that this may actually be a good deal. So, let's talk about it. First off, let's talk about measurements. Let's get that out of the way because it's something I care about, and I know it's something a lot of you others care about too. First off, its height. Its height's going to be taller than this Lego pad. It's going to be about 1.5 inches taller than the Lego pad. This Lego pad comes up to be 10.1 inches in height. So, just think 1.4 inches added to it. Yeah. Definitely, I'd say maybe as tall as the Jetfire from Transformers. Side to side wise, from wingtip to wingtip, it's going to be a massive 13 inches. This isn't counting the helicopter blades. We're talking wingtip to wingtip, 13 inches. It's decent size. It's going to be 36 inches long. Now what this thing looks like is an Apache attack helicopter, except a little more cartoonish, a little more rounded, instead of the squared angle thing that we get from the military. That's something else to consider, and that really helped out. I didn't have a Dragonfly when I was in the when growing up. I'd never had one of these, so I didn't know what to expect whenever they were talking about Dragonfly. They were going on the people who were like nostalgic, so they explained it like that in the live stream. But getting on the website and understanding that this is like an Apache longbow, it is a really heavy duty vehicle. And here's the other things that it comes with. It will come with, well, first off, the way it's shaped is an Apache helicopter. You can look it up. From what I understand, it's going to have it's going to have one cockpit that opens up, and there's going to be the port gull wing door and a starboard gull wing door. And there's going to be a gunner position and a pilot position. I think the pilot's at the top and the gunner's at the bottom. I can't remember which is which, but there will be 2 figures to be able to get into this thing. And it comes with a winch, which apparently the original toy came with a winch. I didn't know that. I had to look that one up. Actually, I've looked at a few YouTubers as well, and JC Toys really helped out with this one, and so did Drunken Prime. So thanks to them, pardon me, I was able to figure this out more. Also, it has, so I was getting to we got the gull wing doors. It has a full cockpit on the inside with a handle for joysticks and stuff like that, so you can pose the action figures in there. Also, the cockpit lights up. It has floodlights or spotlights underneath it that you can pivot around and maneuver, so that's also pretty cool. I think that's awesome. And it has, in addition to those things, it will come with 6 blast effects, 2 medium size, 2 small size, and 2 large size blast effects, which, if you remember during the His Tank Haslab, they told us that one day we would be getting blast effects to fit the larger caliber weapons in the His Tank. And, well, now today is the day. So there's that. It will come with a stand. The stand will allow it to do a few different poses, and could also have some more variability to it, which is pretty neat. The weapons loadout it will come with 2 missiles that are of one type, another 2 missiles of a different caliber type. It will have a Gatling gun underneath one wing. It will also have its 2 guns on the front, and it will have 2 gun in each wing that has folding out armor around it, which I think is pretty neat. And apparently the folding out bit for the gun becomes the step up, so allow the pilot and the gunner, eye cream, to get into the, have a step up into the actual canopy of the vehicle, which is pretty cool. I like the little staircase idea. They included step ups for that. The tail can apparently maneuver itself a bit, up to 45 degrees. I think that maybe help it for storage or something. At least the wings in the back can maneuver, so you can tilt them so it's mid-flight. Let's see what else. There was spotlights, that blast effects we explained, missiles, loadout. I don't know what type of landing gear it has. I know that they do have I don't know if it's skids or wheels. I don't know about that. And let's see. It has removable engine compartments around the engine, the rotors and stuff like that. And apparently some other compartments can come off the tail, which is pretty neat, so you can have it posed. It will come with William Wild Bill. He has with him, he'll have his hat piece, his hair piece, and he will also come with 2 guns and a knife. He'll have his 2 pistols and his knife, and he will be individually packaged and numbered. And it will, if 13,000 people back it, then we'll get Ripcord, who will be individually packaged and numbered as well. And Ripcord's a high altitude, jumper. They call them halos. Anyway, that's the gist of what I know about the helicopter right now. From everything that I've heard about it, this is one of those that's it's going to get back to completely, don't worry about that 19,000 you see there. That's going to get all the way. And it said stuff about recruits, so I'm assuming we're not getting any sort of accessory packs or anything like that. We're going to be getting more action figures. We're going to be getting 4 because this thing will get to above 19,000. I'm predicting that immediately. But that means that the value-wise, you've got $100 at least going into the 4 individually packaged action figures, and even if their accessory count is a bit low, and that will still leave 175 for the actual Dragonfly. I think 275 is less than the his tank. I had to look that up and went, oh wow, it is less than the his tank. Yeah, a lot's happened since that his tank came. Haslab occurred. The only negative on this is that it's a surprise. It's come early. We don't have the his tank with us right now, which is a shame. It would be nice to do kind of a look at the his tank and see, get an idea of what they're doing for the Dragonfly, which is a bit, it's kind of sad. From what I hear, it's the same color as the Ram Cycle, or at least similar to that, so I like the fact that they're keeping them in color. The other thing about it is that it will come with a sticker sheet, which I am not happy about, not at all. I was a little disheartened to hear there was a sticker sheet. I'm like, we've gone this far, G.I. Joe Classified, without a sticker sheet. You had to ruin the streak there. But that is the explanation as I know it as of now. This is his, I won't keep wanting to say his tank. This Hasbro Dragonfly. It was so much easier to say Hasbro his tank, but the Dragonfly seems to be one of those vehicles that is it's worth it, at least in this humble YouTuber's opinion. After paying attention to everything and looking into everything and spending most of the day watching videos and reading articles online, I've come to the determination that this thing, if they can keep up with it, if everything they say about the quality and the textures and the sculpt work is going to be true at the end, then this is a backable item. But there's still risk there because, like I said, we don't have the his tank yet, and I was expecting to see a his tank box, like an engineering prototype at least. that's what I was expecting at the beginning of this month, was an engineering prototype, you know, in the month with the Haslab, but, you know, with the announcement of the Dragonfly, but what's up with the his tank, guys? What's going on there? So let me know in the comments below, do you think one of these figure unlocks is going to be General Hawk? I really personally think, you know, it's going to be General Hawk. I hope it's going to be General Hawk. And, you know, what will that third figure be? You know, somebody said Scarlet. I think it was Drunken Prime. And I don't need a Scarlet, thank you. I think it would be cool if we got something, you know, another new Joe, though. One based around flying. What was that guy, Ace, the dude that they got with the Sky Striker? You know, the new figure that they introduced with him, and I am drawing a blank on his name right now, but he was there in that Haslab, and it would be really cool if we got the co-pilot guy from that Haslab to show up in this Haslab in 6-inch scale. You know, bring in Ace as well. That would be really fun. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and like I said, you know, if you don't want to watch the one I did earlier today, that's fine with me. That one was just pure emotion. That was all emotion and first impressions and all that jazz. But now, you know, like I said, this one's all the knowledge. You know, I went out and I went and got learned on the subject to figure out exactly how I should feel about it. So, till next Prime, thank you so much for watching. We're going to be doing an off-brand Constructicon this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, tune in for that. Bye-bye for now.